This is Nerve.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into Nerve Radio, and you're listening to Conor Morin. And right now, I am over the moon to say that we are joined by a very special guest, Filippo Giannetti. Did I say that correct?
Giannetti.
Giannetti. Okay, I need to work on my pronunciation. Who's a chiropractic doctor. Now, it's amazing to have you in the studio, Filippo. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
And you're just going to tell us a little bit about your practice, and also you've just opened a place in Bournemouth, hasn't you?
Westbourne, yes.
Westbourne,
yes.
Nice. So yeah, I actually don't know much about what chiropractic is or anything like that. So
Okay.
Maybe you want to explain a little bit to us?
Well, that's a good start point. So, Conor, what is your understanding of chiropractic?
See, it's very limited. I presume maybe something about the back.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Is it maybe people come to you with back problems and stuff, and then you kind of work out a way to kind of strengthen them back or heal them and stuff like that?
Yes, that's part of it. Okay, and that's what most people know. And there's a lot more. Probably that's only 5% of what we do.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
wow.
Yeah, it's big. Okay. So usually, do you have any other question before we start?
No, honestly, go crazy. I'm ready.
Usually when I have a client coming to me, I always ask them question, okay, to get them to understand what chiropractic is, especially from a vitalistic point of view. Okay, I'm a wellness chiropractor, and I'm also a vitalistic chiropractor. Now, what that means? Now, if you, let's say, make an analogy. You come in and, for example, you have a cut on your arm, okay, and you're bleeding. And you have pain. What's the problem? Is the cut or the pain? What do you think, Conor?
For me, I would say the pain. I'm not really good with pain.
Okay, all right. That's what most people say. So if you have a cut, you're bleeding, you're in pain. I give you a painkiller, okay, that covers the pain. Will you be happy? But you're still bleeding.
I would probably be happy, but I know there will be a bigger underlying issue.
Would you be happy even if you're still bleeding?
No.
Okay. So what's the problem? The cat is actually the problem, yeah?
Sure.
Okay. So what's the pain?
I don't know, your body, like receptors?
Yes. So the body is the way the body talks to you and tell you that there is a problem. Okay. So that's the first thing to understand. The second thing to understand is who does the healing? When someone comes to me with a problem, who does the healing? Is it me as a doctor of chiropractic, or is it your body?
Do you orchestrate the healing? Do you kind of push the ways for healing to be done quicker and stuff like that?
That's very good. That's a good point. And yes, chiropractic helps the healing to go quicker, okay? But something that is key is that the body does the healing, okay? Now, the next question is, how long is it going to take? Okay, if you come to me with a health issue, how long is it going to take to heal?
It all just depends on probably the person and the issue as well.
Yeah, very good. Depends on age. Depends on how long the problem has been there for. Depends on lifestyle, what you eat, how much you exercise, how much you spend sitting down. Okay, lifestyle has a big influence on the healing process. Whatever health issues you have. Okay, are you with me so far?
I'm with you.
Excellent. Now the next question is, why do we heal as human being?
Why do we heal? Is it? Well, it's for our own benefit.
Yeah.
I'm guessing maybe to make ourselves stronger and our body more aware of what's going on, and maybe so the same problem doesn't happen again.
Okay, yes, that's part of it. And when I was at college for 5 years, I studied anatomy on dead bodies. Okay?
Oh, wow.
Cadavers. Okay.
Sounds very exciting.
Well, yeah. It's quite intense. And when I was there, and these bodies don't heal. Why don't they heal?
Because they haven't got any like active blood or white blood cells and stuff.
Yeah, they're dead.
Pumping around. Yeah.
Nothing is working. Okay. Now we heal because we're alive. As living bodies, we self-heal and we self-regulate. Okay. Now the next question is, which one is the organ, do you think, Conor, that regulates everything that happens in your body? There's one organ that is key to all the other ones.
Is it your heart? Is that even an organ? Or?
Yes.
This is where you know I'm a media student and not a scientist.
Yeah, the heart is an organ.
Brilliant.
it doesn't control everything. Okay, it's actually your very good. What is
Brain.
it?
Your brain.
Very good. Yes,
Thank
you pointed
you.
it. Yeah, it's your brain.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now you got your brain and you got the spinal cord, which is an extension of your brain. Okay, and they are in touch with over 37 trillion cells in your body. So they communicate back and forth all the time, and the brain has to regulate everything that is happening. Okay. Now, the next question would be, why do we get sick? No, we got the brain, which is this perfect machine that controls everything, but we still get sick.
Why? Does it come down to the actual character, the person themselves? Because I read a lot of literature, and the literature says maybe that the brain is such a powerful tool that if you lie to yourself continuously, you can actually make yourself believe you're in lie, which sometimes makes you better. Like, I look at it in forms of like ambition and getting what you want. But I guess it's the same with maybe like illness, because I'm always telling myself I'm not ill.
Yeah.
And I never really seem to get ill too much.
That's good. That's a positive.
So yeah,
attitude.
I don't really. Maybe it's something to do with that. Is
Yeah.
it kind of what you tell yourself?
As well.
Yeah.
Mental. You know, if you think you're sick, you're not well. You probably get sick. If you
Okay.
think you get well,
Yeah.
you will get well.
Brilliant.
Okay, and also like talking about the nervous system physiologically. There's what protects your nervous system, the brain and your spinal cord.
I'm honestly not sure.
Your skull.
Your skull.
You got the skull, and then your spine protects the nervous system. Okay. Now, from a chiropractic point of view, when you have when one of the bone in your spine or in your skull, did you know your skull like has a breathing movement?
Yeah, I actually learned about this like last week because.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're doing kind of how to train your voice for radio.
Okay.
And we're learning about all the spaces in your head, which help like the acoustics and stuff like that. And we were learning about that kind of stuff.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Basically, like this breathing, like of your skull, is supposed to be there. Okay, it is there for a reason. And the movement in your spine, you know, all the bones, the vertebrae in your spine are there to move for a reason. Okay, when a bone in your spine or in your skull are stuck or they don't move as good as they should, is called subluxation.
Okay.
Can you say subluxation?
Subluxation.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Okay. Now, a subluxation is an interference in the nervous system. Okay. Now, what I always use, okay, to explain, I know people cannot see this, but if you picture, okay, you're listening, a safety pin, which is closed, think about that as your nervous system, okay, which is a loop, a closed loop, and a perfect communication happening. So, and that's brilliant because it can take care of any problems in your body. Now, when you have a subluxation, either in your spine or your skull, think about the safety pin opening, okay? Now, when the safety pin is open, it's not a closed loop anymore, okay? There's a breakage, or there's a distorted communication between the brain and the body. Are you with me, Connor?
I'm with you.
So the idea of chiropractic is to adjust subluxation so that that communication is restored.
Got you.
Okay?
Yeah.
So when people come to me and say, what do you treat? I say, I don't treat anything. Your body does. Okay? I adjust subluxation in your spine or skull so that the body does the healing.
Wow.
Okay?
I honestly didn't realize it was that broad as well, because I thought it was just for back. I didn't realize it was kind of like your brain as well, and kind of like, yeah, trying to fit everything back together.
Yes.
That's really interesting and amazing.
Yes, that's what it is. I wouldn't study 5 years just to take care of back pain.
Sure.
Okay.
I was wondering, whereabouts did you study?
I study actually in Bournemouth.
Oh, nice.
At the ACC. There's a college here. And I'm from Italy.
Ah.
And there's no college in Italy. That's why I came all the way here.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So graduated about 2 years ago. And started right away on my own. And now I have my own practice. It's called Innate Wellness Chiropractic. And is in Westbourne.
Well, congratulations. That's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So, what is your kind of... Who are the kind of people who always typically come to you? Do you get a lot of students, or does the age vary, or...
It varies. Like this morning I saw a 3-year-old little girl.
Oh, wow.
And later on in the afternoon I saw a 77-year-old guy.
Okay, so
So-
it really does.
Is broad, is anybody, okay? And a myth that a lot of people have about chiropractic is that I go to a chiropractor when I have a problem, okay? I've pain or I have a symptom, okay? I myself and my wife, I have 2 girls, 2 years old, 4 years old. We get adjusted every week, okay? We don't have any health issues. We do it because we want our nervous system to function properly, so that we can perform at our best.
Okay. When you say adjustment,
Mm-hmm.
what do you mean by that? Do you mean an actual physical like activity that you do each week, or do you mean
An adjustment is actually, someone call it manipulation, or like crack, okay?
Yeah.
Which can be on your neck, on your spine, but not necessarily. There are like many different ways of adjusting the spine and the skull. There's no cracking in the skull. There are like pressure points where you just give back the motion. And the same in the spine. You can use different techniques. Some are lighter, some are the cracking, which is a bit more intense, but they're all quite effective.
Okay. And also, if a student was feeling a bit down and, as you said, maybe the loop has broken, when would they know is the right point to come and find you, and not to think, oh, maybe a paracetamol or something will fix this?
That's a very good question. Now, a good thing that a good question would be, what causes subluxation?
Yeah.
Okay, in your spine or in your skull. Now, there are 3 things that cause subluxation, okay, which are 3 stress factors, okay. One is physical, let's say like you had an accident, but not necessarily. It could be like sitting too much or doing the wrong exercise. That can cause subluxation. Also, mental stress can cause subluxation. If you have negative thoughts, negative feelings, or if you're like something to do tomorrow and like you lack of sleep, that's a stress, okay. And the other thing is called chemical stress, which comes from what we eat, okay. What we eat also has an impact on the nervous system. These 3 things, stress factors, impact your nervous system, okay, and that creates subluxation. So it's good anybody, like I tell you, my little ones, they were checked for subluxation when they were still attached to my wife in the birth room.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Are there any practices that maybe I could do at home, or any students could do at home, maybe if they're feeling a little bit stressed, which could be like prior to coming to see you? Stuff you'd recommend maybe to do in home or in your like relaxed environment?
Yes. Well, what I always suggest to my clients is that, there's only so much I can do myself. When they come, they get adjusted. That everything else depends on their lifestyle. I always talk about diet. Okay. For example, on my Facebook page, I talk about there's a nice PDF. If you want to go there, it's free for everybody. It's a Deflame diet. Everybody can have a look at it and see what things can change in their diet. And that's a very stress factor that you can work on. Okay. Obviously, there are other things you can change. Maybe you cannot change work or your wife, okay? If you're stressful, it's stressful, okay? But there are other things you can work on. You can do meditation, you can do exercise, you can try to switch off screens. Also, like, screens are very stressful for your eyes and your brain, so you can try to switch them off like in the afternoon and try to not stick on your screen until you close your eyes at midnight or 1 o'clock, okay?
Wow, there are loads of factors, aren't there, which can it's kind of making me worried now about myself. I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to have to change this.
Well,
I'm sorry, carry on, please.
I always do a free spinal check, so that's open for everybody. If someone wants to come and talk to me, like even like 10, 15 minutes, I tell them what I do, and I want to give a special gift to Bormin Uni, which is a 20% discount on their first visit.
Oh, wow.
And I'm here to help and to serve.
Thank you very much. I'll let everyone know about that. I'll let all the students know. You never know, you might just have a whole wave of students coming towards you now, like, oh, my back hurts, my head, I'm stressed. I know you were also saying about maybe some false myths behind your practice.
Yeah.
Could you maybe tell us some?
Well, the first myth is that chiropractic is only for back pain and neck pain.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people.
Well, me included, yeah.
Yeah. You're not the only one, and it's understandable. That's what usually people come to us for, and there's a lot more, and that's why I'm here today, because my aim is to educate the community about what chiropractic actually can do for you, enhance life and well-being, not just treating pain.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Filippo. Would you like to let everyone know about where they could find you, how they could get in contact with you in case they did want to come for some treatment?
Yes. So I'm in Westbourne. It's called the address is 11 Queens Road, BH2 6BA, and my number is 077 650 11392.